right, my friends, let's get out our astronaut paper. If you are an online learner only from Mrs. J's class or Miss Schlemmer's class, you are given this paper on distribution day in your bag. If you are from Miss Simon's class, Mrs. Hooton's class, Miss Graykowski's class, or Mr. Mack's class, you were given this paper on Friday when you were at school. So it might be inside of your backpack still. Go ahead and pause the video and find this paper now. The first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to fill out our astronaut application. For some of you, it's right on the back. For others of you, it might be a separate paper. So you might need to pause the video again if it's not still attached to each other and find the astronaut application. Okay, let's pretend like you are going to be an astronaut, or you want to be an astronaut. We've just watched so many videos on all the cool things that astronauts can do, all the different things they can go and see out in outer space. So now it is your turn to become an astronaut. The first thing that we are going to do is grab a pencil, and we are going to put our astronaut name. Your astronaut name is your name. Okay, so I'm going to be, you can either put your first name or you can put your last name. Sometimes they go by their last name. So I can be, my first name is Nicole, so I could be astronaut Nicole, or I could be astronaut Graykowski. I'm going to go with Graykowski. So go ahead and write your name. Pause the video if you are still writing your name. The next thing we have on here is, how long do you want to be in space? Ooh, let's think. I remember on the videos that we were watching that there was one astronaut that had been in space for 4 months. I bet you could be in space for longer than that. I don't know. I might miss my family. How long do you think you want to be in space for? I feel like after a while you might want to come back to Earth to sort of set your body straight again and feel some gravity. I think that I probably will only want to be in space for maybe 6 months. But go ahead and write, and I'm not going to write because I want you to come up with your own ideas. How long do you want to be in space? Go ahead and write it on this line. Pause the video while you're writing it on the line, just sounding it out the best you can. Next, now that you're done with that one, the next question says, while you are in space, what do you want to see? Oh man, there's so many things we can see in outer space. I definitely want to go see a few planets, so you might list out the planets that you want to see. Maybe you want to see a shooting star. Maybe you think there's aliens in outer space and you'd like to hang out with an alien. What sort of things do you want to see in outer space? Something you can do is you could just make a list, and as we make a list, we put commas in between. So you might write, and don't draw lines just like me, just write the word. So you might write shooting star, comma, alien, comma, the sun, comma. So as you write each word, you can put a comma in between, and that's how we make a list. Go ahead and pause the video as you write out all the things that you want to see in outer space. All right, the next question is, how will you control your spaceship? Ooh. So, there's a couple things you can do. Think about how people control a car, or how people control, or how they drive an airplane. How will you control it? Will you have someone that drives your spaceship? Will you have it on autopilot where it drives itself? And then more specifically, is there a steering wheel? Does it have jet fuel? How will you control your spaceship? Maybe it'll have a computer that drives the spaceship for you. So on these two lines, you're going to explain, how is your spaceship going to fly while it's in outer space? Go ahead and pause the video while you tell me how your spaceship is going to fly. Last but not least, our final question down here, what planet would you like to visit? So you're going to pick one planet in outer space. Now, if you don't know the names of planets, you might have to look some planets up. I know last week when we did science, there were some videos about different planets that were in outer space. So either you know some planets in your brain, or you're going to have to look up some different planets. I know what my favorite planet is, and if I ever went to outer space, I for sure would be visiting Jupiter. I've got lots of different reasons why. And that's your next question here, is you need to tell me why. So for me, here's an example. I for sure would visit Jupiter. Why? Because Jupiter is the largest planet out of all the planets. And I have two reasons why. It has this really cool red storm on it. And I've always thought that Jupiter would be super cool to go see. So, which planet would you go see? And you have to tell me why. So you'll have a word here with the name of the planet, and then tell me why you want to go see that planet. Alright, my friends, you should be done with the whole entire astronaut application. And if you are finished, then you get to make this astronaut into you, or make yourself into this astronaut. There's two things that you can do. Number one, you can print out a picture of your face, or maybe your mom and dad already have a picture of your face and you can glue it right in here. Or if you don't have a picture of your face and you don't want to print it out, you can draw your face. Now, we're not drawing our whole body in here. It's only supposed to be our face, as if you had a helmet on. So what I'll start sketching with my pencil first. And this little reflection is on the mask, or like the glass shield in the front. So that'll go over my head. So I'll probably just make a big circle. And that's going to be my head, right? And so I have bangs, and I'm just sketching because I obviously am going to color this in, because my hair's not gray, my face isn't colored like with a pencil, right? And I can put kind of my chin, might go down underneath the mask a little bit, so I might not have my whole face there. My nose, I will be smiling because I'm in outer space, right? There's my teeth. There's my big smile. My eyeballs. And I will color my eyes blue so they look a little bit more like regular eyeballs. Okay, once I get my crayons. So, that I feel like looks pretty much like me. My hair's longer, but it's probably going to be all curled up inside the helmet here. You know, you can't see my ears because my hair covers them. But if you're someone that has shorter hair, you might be drawing your ears on here. Okay, and then I will be coloring in my face. I'm also going to decorate my astronaut suit. I cannot wait. Now, they're usually white. If you would like to go on the internet and try to find some examples of astronaut suits, or you can go back to the videos that we saw. They showed you a couple of videos had an astronaut suit there. So this is when they get suited up to go out into outer space. When they're inside of the rocket or the spaceship, they don't have to wear a suit, they just wear their regular clothes. So I cannot wait. You can decorate this any way you want. If you want to put little controls on your suit, you might want to do that and color those in. Like maybe my suit, I can turn the oxygen up, or I can talk to people. Maybe I just push a button right here and I start talking, and I can talk to the other astronauts, because of course I'm going to have astronaut friends out there. Anything you want to decorate your suit. Okay, make sure you do first grade coloring. You might not, I always say do at least 5 colors, but on an astronaut suit you might not be able to do 5 colors because most of the suit will probably be white. I assume we'll just color in the stripes a certain color, maybe the knobs and buttons, but I bet the majority of the suit will be mostly white. That's usually what an astronaut suit is all about. Don't forget to take a picture of your astronaut suit and upload it onto Seesaw, and take a picture of your astronaut application and upload it onto Seesaw, because your teacher cannot wait to see what you wrote. Have fun, little astronauts!